Hey guys, it's Toasted Baby and welcome to my 400th video. For my 400th video, I'm going to do something that many people have requested time and time again. I'm going to do a tour of my house and a couple of the farms of the server. Cream has decided to join me today. Shh, we're going to lie to him. Anyway, so this is the entrance to my house. We have the Big 50 commemorating 50 episodes of Toasted Plays Minecraft. I have my giant mob tower over there. And that's just about it. There's nothing else up here of any interest for my house. This is the exit to my house, and the entrance is right over meow. Go through the door, hop on this brown wood, push the button, and drop down. Land through water. This is my main room. Got a couple things in the ceiling just to show off my immense wealth. Ha ha ha. This is from my 500 subscriber special. It's the dragon egg from when I killed the Ender Dragon. And starting over on this side of the house, which is, starting on this side of the house, this was my first farm area. I have the melon area right here, which you push this button on the purple wall, unhinges or uproots all the melons and stuff, go into this chest. There we go, got a couple things in there. This was my original wheat farm. You push this brown button. Water out there opens up and then just pushes all the wheat and uproots that as well. And you just go ahead and go back down, or just get everything and just replant whenever you have the chance. This is my sugarcane farm. Just beat it down. And then cactus farm. Uproots the cactus. Just do that and then just plant the cactus back down. Cactus, oop, there's a piece there, don't want to lose it. And just like that. And then through this little hole in the wall right here, this is where my automatic wheat farm is. I haven't used this in a while because it's kind of broken, especially with the server lag and everything. But yeah, this is where, when I started the server in 1.2.5, this is where I got all my wheat. You just hold down right click and then automatically just plants in uproots for you. So it was a very nice farm while it lasted. Anyway, going through here, this is my old chicken farm. I used to have a bunch of chickens up here, but then I got a bunch of eggs and didn't really have a use for chickens anymore since I switched to beef, which I'm not actually eating right now for my main food source. But this is where I keep all my cows and pigs whenever I want to spawn them. I'm currently working on an automated breeding and slaughter system for it. And when also back when I had chickens, when I get the eggs, get a bunch of them, I'd go down here, fill up these dispensers, and then I would turn on this clock. And then it would fire all of the dispensers, and then it would just crack all the eggs, get all the chickens in there, let them grow, throw a splash potion of damage in there, and kill all of them and get their stuff. And then you can also access the chest from down here. And then if we head over to over here and go down here, this is a room that my girlfriend built. There's two little fountain things or whatever. And over here is my silk touch room. Just put 8 stacks of dirt in here, and then just stick either a grass block or a mycelium block in here. It grows over time, and just come back and use silk touch to get everything out of there, and you get 8 stacks of whatever you wanted. This was where my old tree farm used to be, but I made an automated version now, so that's kind of useless. Don't really know what I'm going to use that for. But anyway, if we head back up these stairs over here, this is my sheep farm. Right now it's not really in order too much because I haven't used it in a while, because I haven't really had a need for colored wool. But each colored sheep is supposed to be separated into their, my girlfriend made the signs, not me, I swear. But they're all separated into their different colored pens. And then if you want to get some wool, you just go ahead over here. This is where my storage is. That's dyes. And then this is the wool. Just grab some shears and or scissors. Go ahead and get some. So got some red. Get a little bit more red, just like that. So all the wool is sitting in there. And then you come down here. Push the button on this wall. Just like that. And then water comes out of the ceiling over here, and then it pushes all the items that are dropped into the drains in the back of each individual pen. And then there is kind of like a drainage system with the water on top of ice that pulls all the items around and then brings them all down. Oop, go through that. Brings them all down here, and then there we go. Got the red wool. Very nice. That's how you just get all the wool. So, yep, there we go. That's how the sheep farm works. And then this is just a cocoa bean farm. Very simple one. It's just a wall with pistons. Push the yellow button. Cocoa beans pop out. And just replant it and let them grow again. They actually grow very, very fast. There we go. And then going over here, this is where my, this is actually the storage for a bunch of stuff, for a bunch of farm-related items. And then if we push this black button, the stairs appear down here, and this goes down to my large farm area. This is where I have a large wheat farm and potato farm. It is fully automated. If we push a lever down, means it's going to get to the big wheat farm. Lever up means it goes and gets to the potato/carrot farm. Push the button, just like that. And then if we go down here, we can see that there is a piston tape going around and a slime down there, but that slime isn't really integral to it. But there's a piston tape going around, and then once it gets, the glass block gets to the output current, it turns itself off, pulls the block away, and then shuts down the piston tape. And that's how I timed the system to move. That's how I timed the system to, there we go, to do 30 seconds. And once all the items are washed down to the bottom down here, you can see their carrot kind of popped up there, but that's fine. They're all pulled down here. And then the water turns off and it shuts itself off. Over here is my sugarcane farm. You just walk through it. It uses the, I guess, the plus design where 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just staggers it. So you just walk through here, just beat down all the sugarcane you want, just like that. Probably broke a couple, yep, broke a stalk thing right there. Wondering why I did that wrong. But yeah, so you just walk through here and just get all the sugarcane you could possibly want. And now I am lost. Is it over here? There we go. So yeah, and then you go back up here. Push the black button to close these stairs. Oh, you made it. Anyway, and then over here, this is my enchanting room. Push, so you have no bookshelves now. If you push this button, it's called my Viper, variable power enchanting room. Push the button, pistons or bookshelves pop up, you get level 12. Push this button, bookshelves pop down, you get level 18. Push this button, more bookshelves pop down, you get level 24. And this button, you get all the bookshelves for level 30. And if you want to just reset it, you just push that button, and they all go away. Very nice. Over here is my alchemy station. It's not very automated, but then again, don't really need it to be. These are the chests with the nether wart and gunpowder. We have the positive potion ingredients, negative potion ingredients. And over here we have the negative potion recipes. So it's first step, second step, third step, going down below the potion. The positive potion recipes, same thing. And then just some extra brewed potions, as well as some brewed potions in these chests in the ceiling. So if I ever need some potions, just come over here and grab them. And I have 8 brewing stands that I can do it. Down there is my nether portal, which leads to our nether hub, but we're going to check that out in a little bit. And then over here, oh, this is also the exit for my house. You just throw an ender ball straight up, just like that, catches you, pistons close below you, and you just walk right out. Very, very simple. And then we just head back in, open the door, step on the brown wood, drop down, eat some carrots, just like that. Over here is my storage area with all the stuff that I use for things. People like looking through chests, so here's what I have. Cobblestone, stone, ender balls, dirt, sand, nether stuff, random items, diamonds or valuables, so we've got a bunch of diamonds, bunch of iron from our farms. Down here just random stuff, redstone, and food. And then if we pull this lever right here, this leads down to our bulk storage area, which is just more and more storage for leather, roses, miscellaneous blocks, sand, tree items, gravel, and flint, which nobody has a use for ever. Dirt, empty, is supposed to be smooth stone, but that's, I always use it before I can get a big supply of it. Netherrack, cobblestone, blaze rods, coal, that's just a little bit of my coal. Feathers, bones, cactus slime balls, and we have spider eyes and wool. Brewed potions, old armor chests, arrows, and food. And through here is the bulk storage overflow, which is just a bunch of chests to store really anything you could possibly want. This is my record collection so far. I still have a couple more records to get because last time I got a record was 1.3, and with the 1.4.2 update, they made it possible for you to get 11, which is the broken record, and they also introduced weight, which is where are we now technically, but they had to change the song name due to coding. So I haven't gotten those 2 records yet, but I plan on it. This is my railway chest, more ender balls. All these chests are full of cobblestone from digging out various projects. These 3 are full of netherrack. These are sandstone, and sand from when I had my old sand generator. This is supposed to be redstone chest, but I used all the redstone in this double chest and moved on to this one. Probably gonna empty this one out soon as well. This is redstone ore that I have. And then this is all the coal ore that I have. So I have a good supply of coal that I'm never going to use, and extra dirt. And I think all these chests are empty, so still got more stuff to put in there. And then also another room down here. Open that door. Open the door. There we go. Ah, stupid door. Push this button right here. It's a little bit hidden, but you know. This wall opens up, and this leads to my personal armory. These are different chests with enchanted books for, as you can tell, helmet, chest protections, which is basically just the different protection items like blast protection, fire protection, and protection. Boot, which is feather falling. Pickaxe, which is efficiency, unbreaking, and fortune. Also silk touch, but I have used all of my silk touch books. Sword enchantments, and then bow enchantments, and then just extra books down here that I'm never going to use because I already have a bunch of them. We have boots, helmets, torso, legs, and then this is just kind of like random items, which I now have my silk touch shears in, and then tools that need to be repaired. Over here is shovels, swords, got a bunch of swords. Oop, no, that's swords again. Pickaxes, I have a bunch of Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 pickaxes, all these, and then these 2 are Efficiency 5. And axes and bows, so that is my personal armory. Let's go ahead and close that up nice and tight. Very, very good. Go ahead and go back up this ladder, close our storage area, and then we will head over to my... Actually, you know what? We're going to head in here first. This is the kennel from when my girlfriend played on the server. This is where we get cats and dogs. This is the only part of the house that was not done in survival. Well, actually, this was done in survival, but the only part that was not done in survival is these, because I had to get these in. See, it's a wild kitty. But I had to get those because my girlfriend kept complaining that her dogs and cats were dying because she would lead them into lava and stuff. So this was strictly done just to get a girl to stop complaining. And if you know what that's like, you know why this was done. So yeah, this was just to get a girl to stop complaining. Up there is my disco room from my very first ever episode of Toasted Plays Minecraft. And the way you access that is, this is my bedroom. Just go ahead and walk through this painting right here. Secret staircase going up. And this is the disco roof, which if we go through here is powered by a Bud T flip-flop, and that goes up to here, which is just minecarts on top of minecart tracks, and they just go back and forth alternating, so it's just kind of like a line pattern of lights going through the disco room. Very, very simple, but it makes a cool effect. Have a bar, got the dance floor down, and my record collection over here. So, you know, it's just a small room, and then a bar down here, and if you push this button... Oh, somebody emptied it out, but there is a dispenser behind there if you can hear. Somebody drank all my booze. It's supposed to dispense booze, but somebody drank all of it. God. Drinking me out of house and home, I swear. Ah, those bastards. And then I have my TV right here, which basically is just a monostable hooked up to redstone lamps, which you just turn it on or off. I have my award for being the biggest douche. And this is my bed with the little lamps. Got a couple table decorations. Very lively decorations, as you can tell. Huh? Very living? Yeah, it's death. Anyway, over here, if we walk across this little bridge spanning my ravine, is my pyramid power selection room, which connects to the left side of the house and the right side of the house. I have 2 beacon pyramids, each of them with 6 beacons on them. If we go through this tunnel, you can see it here. We have 6 beacons, each one of them with a different power, and then just goes up there, and we have another one down this hallway right meow. I kind of like this design. It makes me feel very royal whenever I walk through here. We have the other beacon pyramid right here. And then if we go over here to my power selection area, we can select whichever power we want. So let's say we don't want haste, but we want to turn jump boost on and then regen off. Go ahead and do those. And then we have jump boost going up. It's going to tick down. Oh no, I'm in the range of that pyramid. Whoops. There we go. So we have haste going down and regen going down. And now we have, there we go, jump boost. So these 4 powers are the ones we have now. These beacon pyramids kind of overlap in the middle of the room. And then with 1.5 update, they're going to overlap even more. So it's going to have to be the same. But go ahead and turn haste back on, regen back on, jump boost off. And I'll go ahead and just show you the wiring for this. Knock out that block and just ender ball through here. This is just a bunch of my tileable T flip-flops that I made with the indicator lights on the front. And then they just lead over to the wiring buses, just 3 wires on each side going over to the beacon pyramids, or above them actually. And then it just pushes out pistons to block the different beams. So just like that, and then same thing over on the other side. Very simple, but had a little bit of trouble wiring up a couple of them because I had other stuff in my house that got in the way. But yeah, this is the wiring for my power selection room. Very, very simple. And then we just ender ball back out, put the gold block back in place, and we are good. Now if we head back over here, these lights on the ceiling are connected to a villager daylight detection system, which uses 4 villagers inside their own special houses. And then if they're all in the house, which signifies it's night, they hit some tripwires, and then it turns off a 4-part AND gate and turns these lights on. So that's how I know if it's either day or night if I don't have Ray's mini map up in the corner. Now we're going to go check out the lower area of the house, go down this ladder. Over to the left, we have my my infinite snow maker, which you just push this button. And then you just pushes the snow golem into the corner. Start out with the obsidian, go over to the snow, and just keep going. And you get pretty much infinite snowballs from doing that. So very good there. This room used to be a dark room for gathering seeds, roses, and the yellow flowers, whatever those are called. And I just block it off, put down bone meal, and then it would just pop off. But they fixed that little glitch, I guess you could call it. So this room doesn't really have a purpose anymore. I need to find out something else to do with that. Anyway, heading over here, we have to the left is my personal skeleton farm. Normally there's supposed to be a minecart here, but I think it is gone for some reason. But if we head down this hallway, someone parked their RV inside my hallway, so, and then it got wrecked by vandals, so, you know, we're going to have to get that thing towed. But if we go through here, come on, run. Oh, I don't have speed anymore. This goes to my personal skeleton farm. Very, very good farm. The spawner is on the other side of this wall, so you just stand here and the skeleton spawn. There are 2 different modes you can select. If the light is on, it means it's an XP farm. They fall on top of this block, and you just throw a splash potion of healing onto them to kill them. Or if we push the button here, the floor transforms, drops down, and then they fall onto the block down there and die from fall damage, and you just collect their items. So go ahead and turn that on. We can go ahead and head back to my house. And once we are back at the house after a shortcut, we go through this door, and this door leads to my cave spider XP/item farm. So there is a cave spider spawner. Actually, if we go down here, there's a cave spider spawner just over there. They gather right here, and then the control panel is right over here. Turn this light on for the cave spider spawning. And then if we turn this on, those blocks pop up, and it blocks the water flow, so it keeps these spiders that are in there, keeps them locked in there, just like that. So we have 2 cave spiders. If we turn on the blocker, there's no water, and then if we push the crusher button, blocks pop out and crush them for a determined period of time. Brings them down to half a heart of health. Just either punch them. Oh, come on, punch. There we go. Just punch them once, and then it kills them, and you can get their items. Go ahead and go down here, or you can throw a splash potion of instant damage onto them, and it kills them. Causes major lag if you do that, though, especially if you have, 400 spiders like I normally do. And then down here is the AFK room / collection room for my slime farm. If you look through this window, you can see that there are multiple lava blades to help reduce these slimes to their small size. And once they are reduced to their small size, they go through this little channel right there, up a water elevator, and then it drops them through this hole, and they die of fall damage. And I just collect their slime balls whenever I want to get some. And if we go over here, heading up the stairs this time, we're heading over to my tree farm, which I just recently built. It's just a bunch of spawning places for trees, and then on the edges out here, I have dispensers filled with water buckets. So after you finish cutting down the trees and collecting all the wood, you just push this button, activates the dispensers, they dispense all their water, and then as the leaves decay, the water current pushes all the items into this little trough in the middle. The water current's in there, push it towards the center, which leads to another water current, which brings all the items down to that little spot right there. And I'm going to build an automated system to collect and sort the items once 1.5 comes out. So it just brings them down there. You can collect all the saplings, extra wood, apples, whatever you want to get down there. And then if we head over this way, this goes to my villager vending machine. This was a vending machine that I made early on in the server to provide people with villagers for a very, very small payment. All you need was a block. Let's say a block of iron or gold or whatever. You stick it in here, pulls the item away, and then once this lights up, you go ahead and stick a minecart in there. I don't have a minecart, but if you did, you'd push this button, and then the minecart would be dispensed. Let's just go ahead and show you. Minecart would be dispensed. It would go down here, go down this track, all the way down here. And then it would get one of the villagers from this little holding area right here. And then it would come back up. We have some iron golems that have spawned because of my villager center right over there. There's no room for them, so they decided to spawn in the bowels of my villager trading system. It would hit this detector track, turn the rail this way, and then it would head up and go through the dispensary area right here. And you could choose which way you wanted it to go. This is just the wiring for the vending machine. Very, very simple. And then the collection area for the different blocks is right over here. It would just push them down, and then it would just stack them going this way for 12 blocks. I think they could hold 36 blocks about of payment, so quite a couple of villagers could be sold at one time. Just go ahead and put that back. If we head back through here, we can see that you can either get the villager through a water elevator right here, or down here through a train system that leads all the way back to spawn through a tunnel that was built. And this is just a little window so you can see the wiring for the villager trading center. Anyway, going back over this way, go through the door, and then if we head back over here and head back down these stairs, get a little bit of food in our system. To the left was a pool that I originally built intended to be an underground fishing area, but I guess it didn't make it big enough for fish to be able to spawn, and fish are kind of a terrible food source anyway, so I just decided to decorate it instead with this little alternating checkerboard pattern. Kind of like it, very nice. And then if we go through here, to the left is the old tunnel to our end portal, but we don't really use that anymore. And then if we go to the right, that leads to my juicer, which is my zombie farm. It has the control panel right here. This activates a blocker for the water current to stop all zombies from coming into the collection area, which is right here. And then this is the crushing system. It would crush these zombies and bring them down to half a heart of health. This is the spawning system, so if this is on, these zombies are spawning. If it's off, then they are not. And if we go up here, we can actually see the zombie spawner itself, which is right there. The reason I called it the juicer is because I use melons and pumpkins to decorate it. So, fruit juice, juicing them, plus it squeezes them. So it's a fitting name. And if we push, again, this is the spawning control. So you can just push that light. It works from down there and up here. Push it, then the zombies spawn. Push it again, the lights turn off. This button controls my storage area here. Just a bunch of chests with splash potions, ingredients, drops that I got from them, and zombie flesh, and then some brewing stands over there if I ever need to make new potions. So they just go down there. You just go ahead and turn that on. Just crush them. It just crushes these zombies and brings them down to half a heart of health. You just throw the potion on them and kill all of them and get their XP. Very good system. And if we head back over this way, swim through my farm, or my pool, To the left, we have my mob tower chute. This is where all the mobs fall, as you can see. They fall down here. Go down this little stairway that I have made. Kind of pretty. Use a little marbleization with the redstone lamps. Go down here, and then this is where they fall and die. And I just go up here, collect their loot. It kind of explodes everywhere for some reason, but I get some pretty good loot from there, so not really complaining about that. And if we walk back up, oh, and also this mob tower has 18 spawning pads. I think there are 13 above ground and then 5 underground, which is why this goes down so far, because I actually have spawning pads underground for it. So, yeah. And then if we go to the left again, to the right, this is the continuation of the villager vending machine train track, which just leads down here and goes to this tunnel, which goes all the way back to our spawn village, which is quite a distance away. Let's go ahead and close that door. And if we head directly across this little intersection that we passed right here, this leads down to my personal mine and my redstone testing area. This is my mine. It's just a strip mine system that uses the 100% efficiency design. So on top. So you see every single block as you go along. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, probably put that torch back. And then if you go to this one, then you get the blocks that were missed by the other ones. It goes all the way down. I've only done about half of these different tunnels, so I still have a little bit more to mine, which is a lot. I don't really need the resources, so I'm probably not going to do it for a while. In here, this is my wither killing chamber. You just put the soul sand down there, skulls on top, and because we have all of these different boosts, with the strength 2 regeneration and resistance 2, it takes between 7 and 8 seconds to kill a wither, from the time it spawns to the time it is dead, and you can collect the nether star. So, very efficient killing system, that is. If we head back up these stairs and across the hallway, this is my redstone testing center. This is just the room that I use if I want to come up with like a new redstone design. Then I just come in here and make it. It first hosted the sand generator that I had in 1.2.5, but then those were broken by Bucket in 1.3, so I got rid of it, built my prototype vending machine, and then got rid of that and built this sequencer or counting system for falling anvils, so you can count how many anvils have fallen. We've used that on our Enderman farm. I'll show you that a little bit later. Heading back up these stairs, we go to my slime farm, which is just a slime chunk surrounded by water. And then you go down, so these slimes just fall off, go down here. And then if we go, they keep falling. They get sucked up into the lava blades here. This kills the big slimes. Small ones kill the medium-sized slimes. There's 4 of them to get all the damage dealt. And then it just kills them and brings them to the collection chamber. Yep. Anyway, down here, this is my... Behind this, actually, right here is where you collect the tree items from the tree farm up above. And behind this wall, if we push this little button right there, this wall will open up. And then we can go down here. This is my villager trading center. This is where I have all my villagers and my easy trade system. I used to just have the villagers here, but then again, 1.3, they nerfed the trading immensely. So the villagers will now cancel out their trades if you do it more than like 12 or 13 times. So the way that I have fixed that is I made a automatic villager delivery system. If you just push this button, then it will collect a villager from... Push this button. It will collect a villager from my villager spawning cells in here. I have a bunch of doors and stuff. All the villagers are in for the night, as you can see. A couple upstairs, those are there. Got a bunch of iron golems that have spawned because of it. So it just collects the villagers from there. And if we go back down, we can see that there is a villager now sticking its head through the floor. And it wants 3 emeralds for a bookshelf. If you can say, I don't really want that trade, just push this button. It will get rid of the villager. And then, well, it takes a little while. We can go ahead and close this. There we go. That's closed. You can hear the minecart coming back. And there we go. New villager. This one wants 10 amethyst, which is just emerald in my texture pack, for a clock. No way. So we can either push that to get a new trade, or just to turn off the system altogether. Just push that, brings the villager away. These lights right here are to indicate when the hopper that holds all the villagers for this system is empty. So when these lights are on, that means I need to refill it. Just go ahead and go down. Oh, let's get that. I think it is this block. Just go ahead and go down here and see what it is. It's very spread out, not compact or optimized in any way, shape, or form. But this is where the villagers come from. The minecart stays here until it is powered. Goes up here. That is the villager holding area where I have all the villagers stationed. Minecart comes down here, goes over this, and then it heads up here. And then heads up here. Villager pokes its little head out through the half slabs. If I don't want it, activates again, goes through here, goes over this way, and then activates this dispenser with a lava bucket, lights them on fire, and then they also take suffocation damage while going along this track, and then the minecart just continues its journey all the way over there. It's a very, very simple system. Head back out. There we go. Seal that back up, and then we can go ahead and leave. Push the button again, and the door will close. Very good. Down here, this is the recent addition that I made because I just want a bunch of wool that I can get without having to wait for all of my sheep in my sheep farm to regrow their wool for the different colors. I just made a small room with a bunch of white sheep. I can just hop in there, shear all the sheep I can get, or shear all the sheep I want, get all their white wool, and then just hop back out. I'm working on making this automated, so you just push a button and it collects all the loose wool that you did not collect. So I'm working on that still. Got more people joining the server. I think that actually concludes everything for the house. Now, yep, that concludes everything for the house. Oh, did I not turn the spawner off? No, I did not. Turn that off and that off. There we go. Anyway, that concludes everything for the house. Now we're going to head to our nether hub, which, yep, into the nether hub, which is through this portal right here. Opens the door through the nether hub, or yeah, to the nether hub. And this is my nether portal. Some people have added a little pet that I guess you could say, snowy theme for the nether. This leads to the main nether hub. We have branch A and branch B, and then branch C up there. We have our shopping district down there. And this just leads to pretty much every place of interest and even places that no one cares about on the server, such as my Mushroom Island. Nobody ever goes there anymore. The Battle Arena, and all the different farms. So the first farm that we're going to look at is our Blaze farm, which was actually the first nether farm that I built. Or actually, the first nether farm and the second XP farm that I ever built on the server, or that was ever built on the server. If we go down here, it's been exploded a couple times, but this is the AFK area. This is where you wait for the blazes. Has some chests here for you, an enchanting room over here. And if we head down, we get to the control area. Has up, off, down, on for the blaze spawning. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. This is the blaze blocker, which basically just moves right down here. So it just moves those back so the blazes fall into this area right here. And then once you get enough, or however many you want, you just block that. They come this way, and you push this button. And then these blocks close together and crush the blaze down to half a heart of health. And again, you just use a potion of damage. Then just throw it on them and it kills all the blazes at once. So you don't really have to worry about that. You just let the blazes come down. It kills all the blazes at once, collect their blaze rods, and everything is good. Now, the second farm that we're going to look at is our Iron Golem farm. So I'm going to head over there, and you guys will rejoin me when I get there. Alright guys, welcome to our Iron Golem farm. This farm was actually built by usmcnash when I whitelisted him on the server. It's one of the few farms on the server that I did not have a hand in building, so I don't know much about it. I just know that it is Doc M77's design that uses the 4 different towers and the 8 spawning cells for Iron Golems. Looks like there's a couple stuck up there. Either that or they have suddenly learned the ability to fly. Don't know which one's which, but I guess we'll find out. And it looks like they have developed the ability of flight. Yes, they can fly now. Anyway, so just use the 4 spawning cells to bring the Iron Golems here through the lava blade to bring them down to low health. You just go in here when they gather up, enough of them, step on the pressure plate, and then the block comes out and suffocates them, and then you can get all their loot, which is iron bars and roses, which nobody ever has any uses for because, well, yeah. So that is our Iron Golem farm. The next farm we're going to go to is our Witch farm, so I will meet you guys over there. Alright guys, we're at the witch farm. Doesn't really seem like much now, but this is just a temporary AFK room. The way it works, you just push this button, turn on the light, and everything is taken care of for you. I'll go ahead and go up here and show you just how it works. This is going to be the room once 1.5 comes out. We can get item elevators made and everything. This is just the AFK room. The way it works is, just go ahead and punch out this glass. Go out here. The floor, this is the area right here where you can see it's wood. That used to be a witch hut. We just put a floor in there hooked up to a clock and a piston tape, which is hooked up to a monostable circuit. It just pushes, and then every time it cycles, it just pushes the floor back and forth very quickly, turning the blocks into entities. And then whatever mobs are up there fall down through the floor entities. And they come down here, hit the ice, die from fall damage. And whenever that happens, the see, we have a witch die right there. The dispensers fire, and then fire again to get water, and then it pushes all the items towards the center collection area, and that is just where you go and just stand down there and get all the items. Actually, very, very good. I don't know how that got there, but yeah, it's actually very, very good to get some good items. You get gunpowder, glowstone, sticks, redstone. As we can see, we got glowstone down there. Let's go ahead and go up here and show you the wiring. It's quite a climb to the top because we had to build this far below ground in order to get, because the correct height for witches to die from fall damage, because they have more health than normal mobs. I think they have 16 hearts of health. It's either 13 or 16 hearts of health, but they do have more. Anyway, there are 2 spawning pads for the witch's hut. And if we stand back here, these are all the chests that we use for clearing this area, because if you look on the map, all the area around here for a 128 block distance is ocean. You can see we cut out all the land all the way around here, brought it below water level so mobs can't spawn on it, and then we went on a quick mining expedition. Conveniently enough, someone has left us an x-ray machine here. We do that. Most of the caves are lit up around here. As you can see, like that one's not lit up. There's a couple of them, but we lit up most of the caves around here to enable the maximum spawning to take place on the spawn pad, so the witches aren't overshadowed by other mobs spawning in the area. And we have all these chests to hold all the items. The way it works is if we go over here, just break this old block. Oop. And we fall down here. As you can see, there is a redstone clock right down there, and that is hooked up to different pistons on this piston tape. And then whenever this green block gets to where I'm standing right here, it transmits this signal through it, going to this monostable circuit, which then makes the current go to the pistons right here and the pistons up there. And then also there's 2 rows of pistons on the other side that push the floor, then turn it into entities, and that's how the witches fall through, and or other mobs that fall down there, whichever ones are unlucky enough to spawn on that spawning pad. Let me just go back over here and put this back. So that is the witch farm that is on the server. The next farm that we're going to take a look at is Nether, which is our homebrew. Well, not really homebrew. It's pretty good. It's our server's wither skeleton / pigman farm. Oh, no, you don't, Mr. Creeper. Where'd you come from? Yeah, but it is our server's wither skeleton / pigman farm. We actually designed it. Actually, I designed the filter system, but we built it on the server, so I'm going to meet you guys over there, and then I will show that farm off. Hello guys, welcome back. We are at Nether. This is the actual mob farm itself. It uses the spawning pads that I think JL2579 designed for his Enderman farm. Just the same spawning pads. Then it has a lava filter / crusher blocker system that I designed to filter out blazes and regular skeletons, and also keep the mobs from constantly falling down, so you can kind of time it. The way that we got it to work is we half-slabbed the entire nether around it for 200 blocks in all directions with cobblestone half-slabs and or sandstone half-slabs, so the mobs can't spawn on any part but in here. I'm sure we missed a couple places, but I'm not complaining about the spawn rates. And we have it intersecting 2 nether fortress bridges, because that's where Wither Skeleton spawn is, on the Nether Fortress. This bridge right here actually used to be connected with this bridge, but we kind of wanted it to be here so we could access through the support leg. So we dug up the whole leg and moved it over this way. I don't know if you can, but down there is actually where the base used to be. And then, yeah, so that is Nether. We're going to go ahead and head down, and I will show you how it works. There we go. This is the train that you arrive in from the Nether hub. Go over here. These two buttons right here are connected to a double block swapper that I made. This does this. Swaps out those two blocks so you can walk in and collect the loot. Push it again. Swaps the block so you can't walk in and the mobs can't come out and get you. The way that it works is our 4 buttons here. This is for the manual drop, which just drops the mobs one time. Just push that. And then the mobs fall down just like that. As you can see, there are plenty of mobs here. The regular skeleton, the ones that drop the bones and the arrows, they light on fire from the lava because they're not natural nether mobs, and then they die from the extra fall damage that they take and the fire damage. So in the blazes, don't fall through lava because they kind of float down, and then they end up getting crushed and killed. We only left with pig zombies and wither skeletons, and since we have strength, we can kill the pig zombies in one hit because their damage, the way they take damage is kind of glitchy. They can fall the correct amount of height. They have 10 hearts, and if they fall 23 blocks, they still have a whole heart left instead of half a heart that other mobs normally have. So that's why we have the strength beacon and regen. And then we also have the wither skeletons right there. And of course, you use those to get wither skulls. And through here is our storage room. All these chests are full of gold swords from the drops. And then all of these chests are full of dirty meat from the pig zombies. Then we have stone swords and bones for those of you so inclined to collect those. Through here is the anvil room. There are 5 anvils stacked on top of each other, so they automatically refill. Enchanting table right here, and then just a little end chest. And also, I forgot to show you the other buttons. This one is the backstage button, which just opens up the wall over here, so you can go ahead and access all the wiring. And so this is the wiring for it. The wiring that you see right, let's see if we can make this jump. Yep. This wiring, all of these repeaters were built by Kareem for the automatic drop. It's just a long delay. Do have a problem with the repeaters freezing from time to time because people leave the nether or leave these chunks and then the repeaters are still on, so the repeaters get stuck in the on position. Then if we go back over here, this is just the wiring for down here. This is the wiring for the double block swapper that I made, and then just wiring for the dropping system and other stuff. Yeah, so and then we go back up. Oh, there we go. And then up here, if we climb this ladder, this leads us up the redstone ladder with the glowstone, and then goes up here, which leads to the lava blade filter and the mob crusher system. So that all these pistons are extended, so that means all the mobs are going to be crushed that are on top of the lava blade, which is right there. So that's where the mobs go through to filter them, and also resets their fall height. And then up here, that is just an RS NOR latch hooked up to, I think, a 5-second delay. So just after 5 seconds, it closes itself again and kills all the mobs that didn't make it through. Go ahead and go back down here. Push the backstage button. There we go. And then this is just the floor button to either raise or lower the floor, just like that. And then this is the automatic drop button, which again just turns on that large repeater tape and just constantly makes the mobs fall. So I think it has like a 40-second delay in between each time, so it would fall just like this, kill all the mobs, and then 40 seconds later a new wave of mobs would fall. It's very, very simple, but yeah, that is Nether, our custom-made wither skeleton and pig zombie farm. So the last farm that we're going to take a look at is Edgar, which is the first large farm that we built on the server, the first community project, and the first farm to get a complete overhaul, which we have done very recently. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to there and show you guys what features that has. Alright guys, we are in the end. This is the staircase that we take down to Edgar. Has the minecart rails on it. Nice wide staircase. We still need to build some guardrails and a roof for it so we can put water on it just like that. But if we go down here, it's starting to get into view. And loads a little bit more. That is our Edgar. It was originally built out of sandstone because we had a sand generator and it was the easiest block to obtain very quickly. And now, since we've kind of had it for a while, we decided to completely overhaul it with stone brick. So we're in the process of swapping out all the sandstone for stone brick, just to give it a more industrial feel. This is based off of JL2579's Enderman farm. I think that's the guy who built it. But it has many custom features, such as a spawning pad disabler that I made, a killing pad clearing system, and a bunch of other stuff that I will go ahead and show you. If we head down here, we just recently got done overhauling this, so it's all still very new. Anyway, this is the minecart track they come in. Stop right there. First thing you'll see is all this water right here. This is the spawning pad, or the killing pad disabler. So if you have a bunch of endermen here that you don't want to kill and you just want to leave, go ahead and push this button. Well, technically this would be on. Water goes away, spawning pad comes up, and now the enderman will fall, and it turns off the spawning pad disablers that I made, which is basically just the pistons that are used to push the enderman off of the spawning pad as they spawn. Those are extended whenever you turn this off. The pistons are automatically extended to block these spawning spaces so they don't spawn anymore. And you don't have constant endermen falling down with the possibility of wanting to kill you. And then the way you turn it off, push the button again, floor will drop down, dispensers up here will drop out their water buckets and kill all the endermen, and push their ender balls into these little drains, which once 1.5 comes out in the server updates, will have hoppers, and as well as hoppers underneath these half slabs to get rid of all loose ender balls and get them away from here, so you don't have to worry about picking up ender balls and it filling up your inventory. So yeah, that's what we have here. This is our enchanting room that I made. Has variable powers, so you can choose either like that. You can choose the walls to go off. So, and then you just do that, that, and that. It separates into the 3 walls. You can choose whichever power you want. Over here, this is our anvil system. This is based off the sequencer / counter system that I made back in my testing room. And it has this display right here. It counts down from 5 anvils ready, or 5 anvils left. So once you get down to 5, then it will turn off this light. 4, 3, 2, and 1 left. Once this light turns off, then if all those lights are off, then the anvil that you have right here is the last anvil that is available before you need to refill it. So all you need to do is just head over here. Got some anvils that I can easily replace it with. Go ahead and do that in a little bit. These are the food chests with the food that people have kindly donated to the end farm. Some ender balls, if anybody feels so inclined just to get ender balls instead of having to go down here. We used to have 15 double chests of ender balls, but that was complete overkill, so we decided to get rid of that. And instead, we made personal storage here. So everybody gets their own set of 2 double chests on the server. Everybody on the server gets their own set of 2 double chests, and they can just keep stuff here whatever they want. I'll go ahead and head up this ladder over here and show you some of the redstone work for the counter. This stack right here is where you can put the extra. We also have a beacon over here that somebody kindly donated. This is where you put the extra anvils. It's just use a block of sand to count it, and you just put the anvils down. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just get the block of sand back. There we go. Push this reset button. Resets the lights down there, and then they're all now back on. Over here, if we follow or look at the redstone torches, this is the redstone torches that disable the spawning pads, and they go up, and then it's just the the sandstone block on the outside has redstone on top of it that just turns on to extend all the pistons to completely cut off the spawning pads. If we head back down here, whoop. There we go. See, now all the lights are on, and it will begin to count down again. It'll begin to count down again once the anvils start breaking and the new ones start falling down. So that is all the features of Edgar, and that also brings us to the end of the tour today. Hope you guys enjoyed my house and the farms of the server. Again, thanks for watching 400 of my god-awful videos, and I will see you next time.